not a lot of value in terms of long shots. We'll talk about why in a little bit. Mage remains the favorite at 2-1. Just a half tick back is the before-mentioned National Treasure, blazing sevens. You see the rest. We'll lay out a coffee with Chris. First mission scratched yesterday. More on the horse looking to become the 14th Triple Crown champion as we say hello to our team of reporters, beginning back at the barns with Kenny Rice. Kenny.
Chris.
Thank you, Mike. You know, most of the support everything is a go now for Mage. Back on the routine. His connections are certainly hoping that he'll become just the first.
Kenny, thank you so much. For many children, you grow up, your parents are your superheroes. And for Mage's assistant trainer, Gustavo Delgado Jr., his father is just that. But even before the Kentucky Derby, Delgado Sr. saw much success in his home country, winning 2 Venezuelan Triple Crowns. But he dreamt of more. So at the age of 58, he moved to the States and started over. Just 9 years later, he found himself a Kentucky Derby winner. But that moment of success was different. That moment was shared with his son. The father-son training duo have been working together for 10 years, but they are more than just teammates. They are best friends. Delgado Jr. is saying, I'm his biggest fan. He sold me his dreams, and I bought them all. Say hello to Nicholas.
Even though he's done it every time he's run so far, the way the pace scenario is for this race, it would be very bad for Mage if he breaks slowly once again.
We mentioned Mage is the only horse that ran in the Derby that's running in the Preakness. Think that's
breaks slowly. There's no speed in the race on paper. National Treasure looks like he will control the pace. That's a huge advantage on dirt.
The only other horse that really had early speed was First Mission. As you mentioned, he scratched, leaves the race paceless. Big advantage for National Treasure, disadvantage for Mage.
As mentioned, Baffert back in the Triple Crown today, first time in 2 years. Bob Baffert was suspended last year as a result of Medina Spirit's positive drug test after the 2021 Kentucky Derby. He remains banned from Churchill Downs through early July. Now, Baffert-trained horses have been running consistently elsewhere around the country for nearly a year, but it has not been a joyous return for Baffert here today. One of his horses was involved in the most recent horse racing tragedy. We're going to detail that. Part of a difficult time for the sport when we come back. With our coverage, the Preakness here on NBC.
Today's aerial coverage
That was
is
there.
brought to you by Pons. Discover why Pons
This the finish line? This the finish?
Regulated anti-inflammatory drug. Forte was disqualified from that victory. Trainer Todd Pletcher suspended for 10 days. Pletcher has said the positive came from an environmental contaminant. The punishment.
45-2. They're flying.
See, it's a lot of people.
Why not? What the hell?
The faster they go early, the better it is for closers because
Read
the
your
horses
one.
slow down. They won't be slowing down for Red Route 1, but he will run his race. It just might not be enough.
And he does have some all-star
Route
connections.
1.
Steve Asmussen is trained.
Because if he keeps going, he's going to run into the lead horse, so he shifts out. Totally confusing for a horse. Now there's 50 yards left in the wire, and he does get up. I mean,
Downs, what was it like in that moment for you?
Oh, it was so surreal. Something that you could only dream of, being on the infield and looking up at the Twin Spires and the grandstand. I was just trying to soak it all in. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I wanted to enjoy it with my kids, my husband, so it was pretty special.
Special scene. So how are you feeling today about Mage?
I feel great. I really like the horse and everything in training so well. I have a lot of confidence in myself and the horse and the OD team, and Gustavo Delgado, Gustavo Jr., everybody, the exercise, they put everything together to bring it a horse in the good shape to put a good performance today.
Got to ask one question to Brady. You got to take a picture with Patrick Mahomes at the Derby. What was cooler, that picture or seeing your dad win the Derby?
Seeing my dad win the Derby.
Good answer. Well done. The Castellano family here, hoping for another celebration here in just a little bit.
Well, we can't inspire him by saying he's never won the Preakness. He's won the Preakness a couple of times, but what a great family, and great to meet them as well as they hope to find those happy smiles one more time. There are the 7 jocks. We will see if Preakness 148 coming up in about a half hour.
Oh, still a half hour.
It's been sunny throughout the day, but clouds are starting to build. It's getting a little cooler, temperature in the mid-70s. Rain is on the way, but I don't think we're going to have the 2018 where the heavens opened up just before Justified took off and secured the second leg of horse racing's Triple Crown. Let's check the odds for this 148th Preakness Stakes, and as it has been all along, Mage remains the slight favorite at 2-1 to win that second leg, followed closely by the Bob Baffert trained National Treasure. Blazing Sevens, Red Route 1 and Performer, both 7-1. Longest shots on the board of Chase the Chaos and Coffee with Chris at only 8-1. And just a moment ago, Mage, who we talked about, the Kentucky Derby, there he is. That's very similar to exactly the way he reared up a little bit on the way over before the Kentucky Derby. So if you're looking for Mage continuing the pattern, there it is in an odd way. The walk begins over with the connections. Let's check in with the folks, starting with Nick Luck. Nick.
Mike, I'm with Brian Dockstader, Chase Chamberlain from Commonwealth, and Ramiro Restrepo, who bought and still owns a part of Mage. Ramiro, tell me how you're feeling now compared to how you did before the Derby. We've seen him acting up like he did there.
Well, at least there's consistency. You know, he's a feel-good horse. He's just doing his King of the Jungle war cry. He's all right. He's feeling good. It's game time.
Is it a very different sensation, Brian, now to what it was a fortnight ago for you?
Absolutely it is. You know, there's expectations. He's got a chance at history. We came to the Derby relatively unknown. Nobody was looking at us. We kind of liked that. But today is very different. The nerves have been up for about an hour now.
Chase, how does it feel to have so many people rooting for you inside and outside this sport?
It's awesome, Nick. I think the most important thing is getting to bring all these people along for the ride. You know, Mage is giving people the ride that so many people have dreamt of and need and want. And, you know, like we talked with Norma, he's giving people wings. It's been special.
Gentlemen, good luck. Not for the first time. Brittany's overtaken me. She's upsides him now.
And I'm with Gustavo Delgado Sr. What were you about to tell me?
I feel very good, but the horses very nervous. The sound, yeah, a lot of people.
You said you're feeling good, but he's a little bit nervous. But it was similar to what he did in the Kentucky Derby when he was acting up a bit. So is there any concern for you the way he's acting?
Well, Kentucky Derby is Kentucky Derby. Yeah, the second chance is thank you, God. But the race is strong. The horse news. The circumstances, you chip.
A lot of different circumstances here today.
Yeah, but about that, the horse is very happy, no problem. It's very good.
Very happy, no problem. Best of luck to you, Gustavo.
Thank you.
Let's get to done.
Mentioned second to last 2 years with Winchell horses. The Asmussen and Winchell family goes back a long ways. Nothing would be better than to win the Preakness with a homebred.
Red Route 1 comes in here off
She's
of
pretty.
a win, but you've
Look
also
at that.
said that sometimes you don't feel like he gives you 100%. What kind of race do you feel like he's sitting on?
Well, yeah, absolutely. The win in the bathhouse, hopefully a little contagious with him getting the thrill of victory. Get a little bit more effort from him, run straight to the wire.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Let's go to Kenny
He
Race.
or
Thanks,
she?
Donna, with another Hall of Fame trainer, Shug McGahee, who has performed.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, very
very much. Let's go down, Ed.
All right, so we're with John Velasquez aboard National Treasure on the inside post. So, Johnny, what do you think will happen? What do you hope happens early on?
Well, I mean, I hope that he just breaks good, you know, so he gets a good rhythm going to that first turn, and we go from there, really. I mean, I'm not really planning anything other than hopefully he breaks well enough and focus in the race.
Saw 2 weeks ago a fellow Hall of Famer, Javier Castellano, break an 0 for 15 streak at the Derby. You're 0 for 12 at the Preakness. With all that you have done, does this still feel like a blank spot on your resume?
Absolutely, you know, it's like like you say, with all the things that I've accomplished and blessed to have and not have one of these, I mean, I'm still chasing it.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Mike?
3 winners on the card already today. See if he finds a 4th and finds a 7th Triple Crown victory in his Hall of Fame career. All the attention on Mage as we get closer to the Preakness.
The 148th Preakness Stakes is brought to you by First Bet, the official wagering app of the Preakness Stakes, and by White Claw. The difference is clear. Enjoy responsibly.
Horse racing is exciting and unpredictable. Introducing First Bet, with state-of-the-art AI technology analyzing past races and millions of data points so you can make the smartest bet. Last year, our algorithm correctly predicted the top 2 finishers at Preakness 147. Download First Bet now to see our picks for today's races.
Okay.
Sign up and we'll match your deposit up to
Chewy trophy. It's great to lift it, but it's not the football boss. That is going to go to the winner here. Mage is now 9 to 5, by the way, so slight move in the odds. Then National Treasure, Blazing Sevens. We'll watch closely to see how these move closer to post. Longest shot on the board, Coffee with Chris, is now at 9 to 1. So those are the most up to the moment odds. Let's take a look at the jockeys. Horses are inside on the turf, and we always talk about traditions here. It's another tradition. As the horses saddle
See,
over there.
we passed by over there
everybody's
with the
sitting in
fence.
grandstand or watching, gets a real close-up look to see the jockeys come out and meet the horses.
Yeah, we know all eyes are on us, and it's time to collect your thoughts. But you pretty much know what you want to do, Mike.
Randy and Jerry, you've been watching the racing here and covering it the last couple of days. There's something we have not hit on in this show. Any lean with the track, any bias that you've seen with the racing over the last couple of days?
I think we both agree, no,
Yeah,
it's pretty fair. Horses have come from all over to win.
It's a very honest racetrack for closers, and as we've seen already, speed horses can win on the dirt as well.
He won the Derby, and he's got the 3 on, so that's my pick.
I'm picking Coffee with Chris in honor of my good friend Chris. Yeah, that's my pick for today.
Hey, I'm Tucker.
And I'm Sophie.
We're Sophie Tucker. My choice for the win is Mage.
And my choice is Performance. Because it matches my own.
Our pick is Mage.
Triple Crown, maybe.
There you go.
Yeah, we chose Company with Chris for the simple reason that we had coffee this morning. Yeah, we believe he's going to take it home.
I'm picking Mage to win the Preakness because he's the best horse in the race. Go Mage!
What's up, guys? I'm Bruno Mars, and I saw 51 on Chase the Chaos. Sign me up.
You know, because Bruno needs the cash. He saw 50 to 1, thought I'd make money, but the problem is Chase the Chaos is not 50 to 1 anymore. Those are the morning line odds. It has changed significantly. Chase the Chaos is 8 to 1.
Champion and Baltimore Ravens wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. will lead us in a special call for Riders Up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally time for the 148th running of the Preakness from my new home to the city of Baltimore. To all the fans watching around the world, Riders Up!
Good.
Good grade. You approved.
Yeah, thumbs up on
That's
that one.
That's an A.
Daily approved.
Yes.
There you go. It was very good. Odell Beckham Jr. be a great fit here with the Ravens. There you see Bob Baffert back in the Triple Crown scene for the first time in a couple of years as National Treasure. And John Velasquez connect Sheldon Russell. Second time here in the Preakness on Chase the Chaos, one of the longer shots. And
Mage,
there is
number 3.
the horse and the man of the moment, Javier Castellano and Mage as well. Coffee with Chris. I love John Salzman, a Maryland kid at heart who's seen this from the infield now. Back in that infield area, if you will, but not as a fan, but as somebody who keeping a leg up to a jockey here at the Preakness. Time for the call of the post, and here are the buglers at Pimlico, Adrian
Just
Doctor, and
perform.
Yari Villanueva. And the horses will head out as they have connected with the jockeys on the turf. They'll come out and parade in front of the fans here at Pimlico. And we mentioned the rain is starting to quickly get overcast and significantly cooler the last few minutes. That rain is on the way, but we will find out if Mage will get that second leg of the Triple Crown before the showers come. The fans waiting to see with great interest as well. That tight turnaround of just 2 weeks. I love the point you made, Randy, about National Treasure. You go back and look at this horse, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, Sham. We've seen this horse in big races against quality competition.
Yeah, and he's had some bad luck occasionally as well, with a bruised foot before the Santa Anita Derby that forced the scratch from the San Felipe. But now, according to Bob Baffert at least, it's all systems go.
Baffert was definitely glad to be back in the Triple Crown spotlight one more time when we visited with him yesterday. Here are the horses. The 148th Preakness Stakes. National Treasure is the one. Baffert back in the Triple Crown. The horse has just won once in 5 starts. Third in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. The jockey, the Hall of Famer John Velasquez for his first Preakness. Ready the 2, Chase the Chaos.
He earned a free Preakness entry with his win in the El Camino Real Derby. That was in February. Poor races in March and April, though, didn't discourage owners Bill Dory and Adam Ferentz from coming to Baltimore to chase their dreams. Currently 9-1.
The 3, the favorite, Mage, winner of the Kentucky Derby. Just his 5th start. Remember, unraced as a 2-year-old. Was Venezuelan connections with Gustavo Delgado, Javier Castellano, and had 4 groups sharing the ownership of the Derby winner. Jerry, the 4 is Coffee with Chris.
Longest shot in the field. He's originally purchased for a mere $2,000, but a great return on investment with career earnings of over $225,000 for trainer John Salzman, who along with jockey Jamie Rodriguez are making their Preakness debuts.
And to 5, Red Route 1.
If you can bet on who's going to be last early, Red Route 1 would be a solid favorite for that. He earned a free Preakness entry with his win in the Bathhouse Rose Stakes at Oaklawn Park last time out. Owner, breeder Ron Winchell looking for his first Preakness victory.
See if the 6, Jerry, Perform can make a charge.
Yes, he's won his last 2 and overcame a ton of trouble to do that in his last race. He's a confirmed closer like Mage. He's sired by Good Magic, who was 4th in the Preakness in 2019, trying to give Hall of Fame trainer Shug McGahee his first Preakness win.
And the 7 is Blazing Sevens with a scratch of first mission. Now the number 3 choice, 2 wins and 6 starts. None in the last 3. The Eclipse Award winning jockey trainer connections, including Chad Brown, who tries to follow the path of Skip the Derby and win the Preakness. Happened last year with early voting. Happened in 2017 with cloud computing. And that is the field of 7 for Preakness 148. So the scene has been set, and the human connections are awaiting that moment. The co-owner of Mage, Ramiro Restrepo, 5th-generation horseman from Miami, just part of the Mage story, along with the Delgados, the father, the son, representing Venezuelan racing, along with Javier Castellano, the Hall of Fame jockey, one of the most decorated riders the sport has seen. Can they all lead Mage to do it again and get the second leg of the Triple Crown? We're all ready for the 148th Preakness next.
Everybody, good morning. Good luck to everyone.
Car got here.
Baby, where's the jumper?
Check on the horse. All the good signs. He ate everything. Bed already checked him. Gave the okay. And then handle the pressure on the nerve.
Good morning, guys. This is Saturday, Preakness Day. I'm here with my family. They support me. I'm very excited to race today. Ready?
Yeah.
Little brown with the pink shirt. And then these right here are my Kentucky Derby walkover Timberland boots. And they still have the Derby dirt on it from the walkover, so.
All right, the anticipation is building.
We are feeling good, baby.
I'm shaking, I never shake.
Mage.
Hey,
A couple
nice.
left to go in. Here's Perform from the Barnabshire McGahee, taking his spot in the starting gate. And Blazing Sevens. Can Chad Brown do it again?
Mage
Coming up to the
wins just
outside stall.
because
And
it'll be a triple
all in
crown.
line. We are ready for the start.
Mage.
They're off
Where'd it go?
in the Preakness. It was a
Oh,
very good
it's
start for
blue.
National Treasure today.
Oh my
Came on
god.
pretty well. In fact, he's going to be close. There goes Coffee with
Oh my
Bristol.
god.
Moving up on the outside.
Yes,
Blazing
light
Sevens
blue.
away running in third.
He's in the middle, on the third and the fourth.
He's 3 lengths off the lead with 1 lap to go.
Oh my.
Red Rock One is next, and then Perform. And late running long shot, Chase the Chaos.
Oh,
National
he's
Treasure
on the third.
into that first turn.
Fourth.
He's on top by 2 lengths. Goes by that opening quarter mile in 23.95 seconds. The pace is a moderate one. Coffee with Chris, the Maryland runner, is second. It's Blazing Sevens on the outside. Javier Castellano finds a cozy spot with the Kentucky Derby winner Mage. They're 4 lengths off the lead entering the backstretch.
National Treasures.
And comes Perform and
It's
Chase the
going.
Chaos. The half mile of
There we
the
go.
pedestrian one was 48.92 seconds. Advantage National Treasure, who heads up the backstretch 3/4 of a length ahead. Coffee with Chris is second. Red Route One has made a move on the inside.
Oh,
Blazing
you got
Sevens is 3
fifth.
wide. Mage is right behind them. He's still 3 lengths behind with a half mile left. Then Perform and Chase the Chaos.
Come on, Mage.
Around the far
He's starting to
turn.
kick up.
National
Oh boy,
Treasure
here he
is the
comes,
leader.
Emmy.
Oh no.
Here he comes.
Mage to the
There
outside.
you go. No, third.
Blazing Sevens takes on
Ah,
front-running National
come on,
Treasure.
come on, come on.
Come on, oh, man, he's not gonna make it. 2-4 behind.
Blazing Sevens
Come
alongside.
on.
Mage is 2.5 lengths behind.
Oh, they're coming up, coming up.
They're into this wreck. National Treasure taken on by Blazing Sevens. Mage wanders inside. Still work to do with him. National Treasure dig again. Blazing Sevens.
He's going
Mage
to
is there.
shit.
Snatch Treasure. It's Blazing Sevens putting on a show. And the Preakness. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be next.
Oh.
John Velasquez gets his Preakness. And Bob Baffert has won his 8th one. Blazing Sevens was second best. Mage ends up third. And a great stretch run in the Preakness Stakes.
What a duel down the
National
stretch.
Treasure
And National
is
Treasure
the
was in
winner.
front. And Bob Baffert back in the Triple Crown spotlight gets his record 8th Preakness and extends his record 17 Triple Crown wins as a trainer, more than anyone else. As Mage, the Derby winner, didn't have enough for that stretch run and finishes third.
Mike, we talked
These
about
guys getting congratulated by Javier Castellano. They share that now. The one spot in their Hall of Fame resume that was not complete now. Here are the final steps.
And credit to Blazing Sevens and Chad Brown. The formula almost worked for a third time. What a race he ran.
And here's the stretch run. I saw a little incidental contact there. It looked like Blazing Sevens is the one that came over, and then National Treasure held his ground. That's both sides at that point, so I don't think there's going to be any action taken.
And again, the stewards will be looking right away as soon as the race ends at any. Let's go back to the start. Keep an eye on National Treasure.
But in the music world, you know, where all the lessons that I have and the success that I have in both the races, not having one of these ones is definitely missing. So very special to have it.
You made the lead. The half-mile fraction was pretty slow, 48 and change. If I had told you yesterday that you could have got the lead in 48 and change, would you have believed me?
Well, looking at the pace, I didn't think we were going to go any faster than that, though. I was hoping anyway, you know, because the other horse that was right next to me, he was
It's fantastic. Well, these are great partners. It's been fun to have great partners to win a race like this.
How did you put all this together, Jeff? How did you all come together?
Look, I've known all of these guys over the years. They've all owned great horses individually, and I figured it would be a great idea to try to get everyone together so we could put together a big group and put them all in a program directed towards Bob, and this is the result.
Look forward to hearing a bit more from you in a little while. Gentlemen, many congratulations, Mike.
SF Racing, Starlight Racing, Madacat among those in that group that put together the Avengers as they are known, and they get the victory. It is now official, by the way. We'll give you the prices, the payouts coming up momentarily. Mage finishes third, and Brittany is standing by now with the Delgados.
Obviously disappointment with the third place finish here. Gustavo Delgado Sr., you were just talking about the pace. Well, what did you see as this race was unfolding? What were you thinking?
Very, very, very slow. Very, very, very slow. Before, two races before there in Sig Furlong, the track records.
Two races before Six Furlong's track record.
I know, 173, 297, 1 mile.
Very so close, so you don't think you could have overcome that?
The course, the horse in the front, complete, strong.
Strong on the front end. Gustavo, if you could just speak on what the entire experience has been. You said, yes, we got beat, but what a moment for your team, Venezuela, winning the Kentucky Derby and getting here with that hope.
Still over there, you know, nobody's going to take us that. But, I mean, the horse ran a huge race. I mean, the winner, congratulations. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Johnny and Bob. I mean, they deserve it too. We run a huge race. We still like the horse, and we're going to beat him later on.
All right, well, there you go. We want to see a matchup, Mike.
Nice. Stay tuned for more. That's right. Never take the Derby or the thrill of that for Mage, the Human Connections, and all of the horse racing fans in Venezuela. But National Treasure is the horse that will join the list of Preakness winners. 148th running near on Old Hilltop. It was not the fastest one, not by any measure at all. But National Treasure worked his way right from the beginning to the point and held on for Bob Baffert. Scenes from past years and last year, and now this year's Jimmy Barnes, who Bob Baffert alluded to earlier, his longtime loyal assistant trainer who's there helping. The scene is John Velasquez and National Treasure. Get to enjoy the black-eyed Susans and share them with everyone. It is official. Here are the payouts. National Treasure wins the Preakness, $784, $260. Blazing Sevens up for second, $5 and $280. Mage, the Derby winner, finishes third. There you see the Exacta and the Tri. Red Route 1 finishes on National Treasure. Painted on the weather vane above the cupola here at Pimlico, and we will hear from the Connections when we come back to Baltimore.
Team, we're here in Baltimore, Maryland. In our National Treasure, we have the beauty of being able to present the Vaz 2 National Treasure.
So, Saul, take me back. $500,000 spent on this horse. What did you guys see? What did you think then?
Well, I definitely didn't see anything. I know my role. My role is not to pick the horses out. We got Donato, Tom Ryan, Gavin. We got a great team that does that. But this particular horse was bought at Saratoga. Hip number 13, which is my lucky number. So I do remember this horse, and I'm not going to remember any of the other ones we bought, to be honest with you. But we got a great team, great group of ownership, all good friends, all really love being together. You know, the town is really all behind us over here. They're the ones who picked the horse out. Johnny's ride, Bob's training job. We're just really happy to be part of it.
All right, who wants to talk about this horse's journey here? Because winning the debut, Jack Wolf over there, winning the debut, and then this is a journey, the journey for this horse, winning the debut and then hadn't won until here today. What did you think about it?
Well, actually, Saul and I talked after the horse had a foot bruise out in Santa Anita and missed that race. I'd flown out there, was ready to go to the race and all that. And Saul and I talked, and I said, Saul, maybe this might be a positive, you know? And as it turned out, I think winning the Preakness is a pretty good positive.
It means a whole lot to you guys. It means a lot to that guy down there, John Velasquez. First time winning the Preakness. I talked to him just about 10 minutes before the race, and he said this is a hole in his resume, not winning this race. How do you guys feel about seeing him in the winner's circle?
Couldn't be happy for him. I mean, he's one of, if not the best rider of all time. He's all-time leading money earner. He's an unbelievable guy, unbelievable husband, unbelievable dad. You know, he's somebody that we all call a friend, and we couldn't be happier for him.
All right, so what is next for this horse?
What do we think?
Where's Bob?
Yeah, we got to talk about it. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be Mr. Baffert's decision.
What's next for National Treasure?
Well, what's next? Well, right now, we're just trying to soak this up. You know, it's been a rough go, and I'm just happy for the crew, and we always think big, so I don't know. The horse will, you know, he'll let us know if he's able to bounce back going to the Belmont. So we're you know, we'll have a meeting. But usually Tom, he makes all the decisions. So.
We'll ask Tom next. Mike, a happy bunch of group faces here on the cupola. Winners of the Preakness. This was a pretty big one here today.
All right, Ahmed, thank you. And there's National Treasure heading back to the barn, and a cool moment for John Velasquez as well. Jerry and Randy, give me your thoughts as we watch that race, especially watching the end there, and the beginning as well.
So we talked about the advantage that National Treasure would have with an easy, slow pace. We saw it coming. We predicted it. The jockeys knew it. And we saw it unfolding during the course of the race, and there was nothing anybody could do to stop it.
And then we had an epic battle down the stretch between two jockeys, the best of the old guard and John Velasquez, arguably the best of the youngsters, and Irad Ortiz. Irad does what he often tries to do and get over aggressive maybe, and came in, tried to intimidate National Treasure, but in the end, it was the experience of Velasquez that kept it, and the horse.
Yes, exactly. Anyways, around the sport, I'll tell you, it's a sport of ups and downs and emotions every day. And I was back by the barns. I saw the emotions of the whole Baffer group. They were devastated with the injury earlier in the race, and now the elation of winning. It is just what this sport is all about. It takes you for a ride, no matter what. That wraps up our coverage here in Baltimore. The Belmont Stakes will be handled by the folks at Fox. We wish them all the best, but we've got a great racing schedule the rest of the way. Royal Ascot next month in England. Breeders' Cup Challenge Series gets started with Stephen Foster at Churchill on July 1, all the way to the big, great day that is the Breeders' Cup coming up in the fall. With Jerry Bailey, Randy Moss, Corey Newmy, Lindsay Shanzer, our great team, leading our crew with the truck, Mike Tirico. Thanks for watching. National Treasure. Win the Preakness in Baltimore.